This is a test. Hello everyone, my name is Mike and I'm here to take you on a little journey. The building of the NC&StL 576 in live steam. That is 1/8 scale or 1.5 inch to the foot. I started on this journey quite a while ago. I retired back in about 2006. Retired as an architect, and I've always loved trains. So I did some model railroading, of course. All through the years I did a lot of that. I got very interested in live steam, so I decided to build a model of the NC&StL 576, which has been on display in Centennial Park in Nashville since 1953. It only saw 11 years service. It was built in 1942 for the NC&StL, which is, for those who don't know, that's the Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis Railroad. It was built for the war effort, World War II, and served 11 years on that line, running between down as far as Atlanta and coming back up mostly Nashville, sometimes going to St. Louis. Alco built the locomotive, and with the advent of diesel, even though the 576 only had 11-year service, all the others were scrapped, but the 576 was donated to the city of Nashville and has been on display there ever since. Well, since it was so handy, that's the one I decided to model. So one day in January of 2018, I went to Centennial Park to start taking pictures and doing some measurements so I could do some drawings in the process of getting ready to make a model. When I got there, there was a group of guys there and ladies too that were working on the locomotive. So I asked one of the guys there what was going on, and they were a member of Nashville Steam Preservation, which was renovating or restoring the locomotive to running condition. They could only do so much there in the park, but we worked there every weekend. I joined that group, and we worked there every weekend until January of 2019, when we relocated it to the Tennessee Central Railway Museum over off Armitage Avenue in the southeastern portion of downtown Nashville. There it has continued to be under restoration, and restoration is going pretty well, but there's a few years left of restoration to do, and I go down there and work on it when I can along with everybody else. There's a whole group of volunteers. It's like anything, too many cooks in the kitchen can spoil the vichyssoise. So we try not, depending on what's going on down there, we try not to have too many volunteers, or you're going to have a lot of people standing around with not a lot to do. But it's fun work. We welcome anybody down there that once you get approved as a volunteer, and they have schedules for people to come and work. But this whole time that was in Centennial Park, and now where it is, I've been doing drawings, taking pictures, and in April of 2019, I started construction on my locomotive. Like I said, it's a 1/8 scale, which is 1.5 inches to the foot. The locomotive itself, the model is going to be probably about 7.5 feet long. Of course, there's a tender that goes on the back of that. Like I said, I've always been interested in trains. I've never done any machining in my life. I've done a little welding. I grew up on a farm. We did a lot of welding around the farm. But I've never done any machining. You can talk about it all you want, but until you start doing, you don't get it done. So, with my wife's blessing, I went and bought a lathe, I went and bought a mill, I went and bought a welder, I bought other machine tools that I needed. Of course, I already had all the hand tools I needed. I bought a press to press bearings and things like that. And I also got an arbor press, but some things need a little bit more than the arbor press could do, at least the arbor press I've got. I'm doing all this in a converted one-car garage. If you believe I've got all these tools stuck in a one-car garage, I do. Plus this big workbench I'm working off of, and a rack over there I built to put the locomotive on. But we're moving quite along. At this point, I've got the frame basically done. I've got springs done. I've got drive boxes done. Cylinders are done. The lead and trailing trucks are finished with the wheels mounted on them. Right now I'm waiting on my castings for my drivers to come in. I'm going to start machining my drivers. Clark Easterling with Windy Hill Foundry down in Mississippi is casting those wheels for me. I never made a pattern in my life. He's too kind of a man. He's been working with my patterns and getting my wheels cast. I think he's got 7 of my drivers cast. Only got 1 more to do, so we're getting there. So pretty soon I'll start on drivers. But what I want to do is take you along a journey through the construction of what I've got so far. I regret to say I didn't take any video of the construction along the way. I did take quite a few photographs. So what I'm going to do to bring us up to the point the locomotive is now is I'm going to do a series of videos that shows various points of construction of the locomotive. Some things I didn't photograph as well as I'd liked. I may wind up taking some of them apart so I can get photographs of them. A lot of the pieces as I built them, I stamped the date into the side of them of when I completed them. But it's been a lot of fun. Let's get going.